This is the modified version of the slab roller, showing the ferrule, the end clip, cable clip, showing the aluminum rail covers, showing the wiring as it comes here. The wiring is different. The wiring is not as initially done, because if you wrap, as I indicated on the first one, the cylinder twice, it causes problems where the cables have a tendency to overlap each other and bind, which is not very good. And this is a new addition to the modification. These pulleys here were purchased at Granger, and they're about $5 something a piece, $6 a piece altogether. But they're very, very good and very strong, and add a lot of rigidity to the cables themselves. And this is one of the pulleys purchased at Lowe's. This is the single turnbuckle purchased at Lowe's, and of course each side has its own separate cable. And this has really been a good part of the modification. Also, putting the separators. I had this one originally on the first one, but I put this one on this end, and also if you look at the bottom one of that, and it's two on this side, the non-handle side, and on the handle side, if you notice, there are three. Actually, there are two again, because see, actually this represents as it does on the bottom. So it's two actually. You could probably do without this one over here, but I did put it to keep it so it would stay lined up. It does move much better and does not bind if wrapped properly, if the cables are wrapped around the cylinders properly. Back to where we started from. Now I'm going to insert the 3/4 inch bed or bottom of the roller itself. It's a 3/4 inch piece of plywood I have varnished. I did cut a hole in one side so it could be easily grabbed and removed. Otherwise you have to push it from the bottom. So it fits in here like so. And drops in and provides your table, a base for your table. You can, at this point, flatten your clay to this depth right here, which is, I guess, approximately 3/4 to 7/8 of an inch. Or you can add spacers. You can add spacers in the form of 1/4 inch plywood, inexpensive plywood, which works very well. You can cut 2 or 3 of those. And if you can find it, 1/8 inch plywood, which works very good. I've used several things, plywood, but I also have this polyethylene plastic sheets that I have from another job. I just simply slip in here, and it's 1/4 inch thick, and it raises the table up basically, or the base up 1/4. And then I can put another one if I want to, and that raises it up another 1/4. And I even have a 1/16 inch piece of plastic that I use, and and of course it raises it up even more. And this is estimated about 1/4 of an inch. So by the time you put your spacers in there, and then you take your cloth, your canvas cloth, and put your clay in here, and then flatten it or roll it, it ends up being probably 3/16 of an inch thick. So you can play around with that and find what works best for you, and that's basically it. The only thing that I'm going to do differently is on my canvas material, I'm going to buy a new piece and I'm going to seam it on all 4 sides so I have no raveling like this of the fabric. But that's basically it. One more important thing to understand is that the cables are at different distances from the side rail, and that's determined by where the cables actually start and end up. In winding this cable around here, we started from the ferrule, which is permanently fixed, and came across under the top cylinder, around, and then to the bottom cylinder down here, around 1 time, not twice, back up, around, and then back through here, through the pulley, down to the pulley over here, down to the bottom pulley, in through, and then through here. And once again, that distance from the side rail to here is determined by where this particular separator ring, this ring separator is. So we came out, hope you can follow this, around, up to this one here, to this top one, around, and down to the bottom one, around, and then back all the way to the other side over here, and then tighten the clip. It's really simple. Tried several times. If you're confused, it really starts from the very top and ends on the bottom.